Hello everyone, my name is Joe Swarson, channel's called Ethernet Wink. In today's video, we got green lights, right? I know that the gopher is like blue, like an aqua, but we got green lights, so that means GoLang. Um, and you're gonna see it too with the VS Code theme. I don't know why, it just works. But regardless, today we have a video. We have a video about making an order book in GoLang, right? Why are we doing this? I already made an order book in C++, and that order book is actually better than this one. But we're gonna make multiple parts for this, so it's okay. Um, what I want to do this. There's a YouTuber by the name of Coding Jesus. I'm a Christian. I'm going to call him CJ. I don't know why he did that. I don't know what his beliefs are. I'm not putting words in his mouth, but that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm wearing a Ghost Main shirt. Show me the commandment against screaming on music, right? Um, that's a joke as well. All love. Regardless, back to the code. What we're going to do is make an order book, and we're going to make it in a way that it can support multiple clients and has a front end. And then we're going to go through and I'm going to talk about things I want to update in later videos at the end of the video. But yeah, we're going to go through that and I'm going to explain pretty much everything, why I did things the way I'm doing them, explain how I got the concurrency, and yeah, I wanted to make it unique. I wanted to make it be able to support multiple clients. I wanted to make it have a front end, and I wanted to make it unique. How am I making it unique? Well, a while ago I saw on Twitter a guy post that he thought it'd be funny if we made a pricing model for tweets. I'm gonna try and find the tweet that he like said that in the and link it in the description. But I was like, dude, like I could do this. You know what I mean? Like I have an idea actually about how I could make a pricing model for a tweet futures contract. And I was like, I'm gonna do it. Like this sounds hilarious. So I did it. Right. If this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll put the pricing formula in the next video and actually explain my thought process through it because I'm way better at doing stuff like that than writing Go. But regardless, here we are. So we're going to be pricing a futures contract for tweets and making an order book for it and giving it a front end. And then talking about updates and things that I did poorly in this one. But yeah, so to get into the code right here, right? I don't need to zoom in again. I think you guys are good. First things first, right? We're gonna go this way. First things first, we got our tweet stats, right? What do we need to price a tweet? We need follower count of the account that posted it, likes, retweets, and impressions. Cool. Simple thing, just making a little struct like that. Now we need a CSV handler. We need something to read and write the information to the CSV. I think I just found this code somewhere. I think I was just I'm not sure where I even got this. I might have ChatGPT this, honestly. I ChatGPT the front end and probably this, or I found it online. Things like this, just straight up, like, I don't want to say, what's the word for it? Because it's not like brain dead work. Like, you need to know how to read files. Like, that's a fundamental in the programming language. But it's sort of something like for speed, for like, I want to build this overall thing and I need this one tool. Can I just bang out this tool really quickly so I can focus on what I want to? Perfect example of that, right? But so we're writing just random information to our CSV file. Um, yeah, just random values between, I think this would be between 50,000 and 60,000 now. Get our likes, our retweets, our impressions, whatever, and then just write to our CSV. So, and then we need a function to read it as well. And then, yeah, that's that. Just simply reading and writing CSVs from our tweet stats. Well, using our tweet, not from, using our tweet stats, because that's how we actually make a tweet stat and then we iterate it through and get all the attributes of it later on. But I'm going to show you guys how we do that. Because now, I'm going to delete these so I know I spoke about them. Now, when we actually have to price the tweet, specify our file path, risk-free rate, how many years until the future expires. And if it were to expire in 6 months, you would have to say like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot the syntax because 1 represents an entire year. So like you would have to do the decimal for it. I think you would just have to do 0.5, like, because it would be because 12 over 12 is 1 year. So then if it would be 6 months, it would just be that, which will come out to 0.0. But yeah, I mean 0.5. So there we go. We need to write to our CSV, populate it with new data every time. And then we need to read it, get all of our stats. And then we need to iterate through all of our stats, get the price of each tweet from sending it, each tweet struct, right? Each tweet stat, get the price for it, and then append it to an increment a total price by it, and then get the price of that actual contract, right? And then return that and an error. Cool. So now in our actual order book, we go through and we have these three main things that make an order book. So we have an instrument, right? We have an instrument, we have an ID, a symbol, and the depth. I didn't even end up using ID and symbol because I only have one security in this. In the scenarios where you'd have multiple things, you would have to differentiate them somehow, so by an ID or a symbol. But for now, since it's just one tweet contract, I didn't end up using it, just unused right to field ID. So yeah. But then each order book level is a price and a size. So each level, let's say there's 50 bids at $100. That's a level, 50 and 100, right? And so the order book is just that for bids and that for asks, just put together. That's all an order book really is. So now when we actually have to create our order book, we have to make an instrument from all the information that we got, initialize our slices, make our, think about it like making our maps. I think it's a little bit different because we're using slices. We're doing it like this, but you get what I mean. Get our tweet price, round it, and then just populate our order book levels, right? I'm just having it decrement and increment the price of the tweet for each level. Like I'm not actually going by decimal places or anything, which you should, but just to get this quick, conceptualize it, get the fundamentals of the code down. You know what I mean? Do the same thing for asks, and then we return an error throughout all of this if anything goes wrong, or we return nil. And then we have functions to modify and to cancel, modify, cancel, and place orders. This is like a Houdini master function right now, because you don't actually need to give it like an order ID to modify an order book level. You don't have to specify this is my order. It's for 100 contracts at this price and I want to change it. You can just say I want to change that level and it's like cool, you know what I'm saying? Because there's no authentication for it right now. Something to work on in the future, something else. We're going to talk more about that later, but right now this is just a total master function to just modify whatever level you want, really. And so we're just getting the current price of that level and changing the size of it by what we're giving right here. And this goes by level, so we're going to see what that means in a second. Cancel orders is the same thing. We just always subtract, and actually, okay, no, we just set it as size. Because cancel orders, we actually subtract from the current size, the size that we pass in. And then to place an order, exact opposite. We're going by price to specify where we want to put this order, not by level like these two, like these two functions. But yeah, now let's go into our HTML a little bit. Just one page of HTML. I put the style in here. Yada yada. We just got we have a table, 2 tables for our actual data, and then some forms to submit some stuff. Right. So now to get into this JavaScript script, we have our WebSocket connection, which is the URL, the actual URL that we're using. And then on every message that we get, with every event, we do stuff to it. We say that we received the message, get the order book for it, and then update our order book with the order book. So now how do we or we catch an error. So then when we actually have to update the order book with our new order book, we get our tables, do some error handling, some more error handling, and then just kind of repopulate every single cell with the new order book. Again, a little flaw, we should just update the part that was changed. It'll be a little quicker and I think a little less error prone just if you were to scale this up and have like 10,000 connections, you know what I mean? I think it'd be a little bit better to not send back the entire order book every time a snapshot of it. It's not really a snapshot, it is the order book. You're looking at the JSON, right? Instead, like let's say you're just looking at it and only one level got modified. Why am I sending you the whole order book, right? Just update that one level. But regardless, something to change in the future. So in our inner main, I'm using Jin. I like Jin. I like how verbose it is in here. But and I'm also just using regular GoLang WebSockets, right? Just raw dog in it, no Gorilla. That's a funny sentence. But we're getting just getting some global variables, getting our clients as a map of connections and if they're actually connected, and then just the channel that we're going to broadcast over. So we're making a router, right? This literally is a router. It tells you where you're going to go when you go to amazon.com/profile. That's a route, and it'll give you to your destination, which is your profile page. And you can do stuff on it. So now we're going to make an order book, initialize it with just ID 1, depth 5, and just call it a tweet. And we're making a WebSocket route, right? So we're going to handle every WebSocket connection. We're going to add it to our map up here. Set the connection to be true because, you know, they just connected. We're going to get a defer function for when they leave. We're just going to delete the client and then close the connection. And then we're going to do some error handling. If there's no error, then we just write everything. If there's no error, then we're good. If there is errors, then we need to break. Then we're actually going to broadcast stuff. So we're going to get our new order book from our broadcast. And then we are going to broadcast an order book update. And then for every client in there, we're going to send them over the WebSocket our order book. And then our routes, just when we just one page of HTML. So just whenever we get on there, we're just going to our orderbook.html. We have our routes to modify everything. So we have our context, and then we can get everything from the posts, right? Because we have this URL here to connect everything. Get our level, size, and then we can modify levels, return errors, or return the broadcast and, you know, direct ourselves correctly. And not even returning the broadcast, we just are broadcasting, right? And then we have a route to cancel, same idea. The route to place orders, same idea. And we're going to load up our HTML and then run it on a local host. So let's do that. Why don't we? Right, so let's run main.go. This is probably the main reason that I like Jin, just down here, how verbose yet how clean this is. But so cool. Let's load up our local host. So what we got going on. Let's load up another one. Let's inspect and go to the console on the both of them. Right. So now let's say I'm bullish at 120. So now let's say I want to buy 20. This is cool. I'm not even sure how that's doing that, but I really like that. Let's say we're really bullish and we want to buy 10 contracts. So let's place that order. Goes up to 14. Now I gotta wait for that to come down. Bang. Order book got updated on the other connections view of this whole thing as well. So now let's say that this guy sees all those bids coming in. He's like, oh, I want to cancel my sell orders at this first level. So level 0 because we have computer science stuff, right? Say I have 3 of those, so I want to cancel them. Okay, Cool. Now this guy thinks, oh, I want to modify this level. I want. Well, this is like a master modify, right? So if I say, and it goes by 0, which again something to change in the future, but it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can just say I want 20 of these. Oh wait, at level 4, 20 modify level. There we go. Right. Definitely something to change. But yeah, it goes through, updates every client as need be. And yeah, this is also just what I love about Jin, is just how verbose this stuff is. I like that a lot. But yeah, there's a few things that I want to add into this. First is some sort of authentication. So that way I can say what orders are mine. I can attach my authenticated user ID to orders. So that way I can't use this kind of master modify and just say, well, I want to pump this thing up. So there's just like, so there's just 100 bids there now. All right, just send it up, right? So that way you can't do that. And so that way I could also have something like an account balance, right? And then some sort of buying power, and then a database of trade history, of my own trade history. That's kind of the only things I want to add. And they're relatively simple, just making new models. And then I already have a little bit of experience with making authentication for Go. I'd like to learn more about JWT and all that stuff, so I definitely think I want to go that route with it to make some sort of authentication and some sort of history thing and store it all in the database. That way it's a little bit more realistic and practical. Yeah, because practicality is my number one worry when I'm pricing out tweets. But yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you're excited for me to do more of them. CJ, if you're watching this, I think your channel is awesome. Thank you for the inspiration to do this. And yeah, this actually isn't that it hasn't been that long of a video. I thought it would take me a while to get through everything, but spoke through it all pretty quickly. I kind of assumed some level of understanding with it all. I didn't go over the Go semantics really. Like, let's say you've never programmed before, and this is like your first time seeing if error not equals nil, right? It's a little weird. Other languages don't do it like that. Sorry, my throat's getting hoarse. This is the second time I tried to record it because I didn't like how I spoke last time. But yeah. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment below any other things you want me to make. I'm definitely going to make a second part to this eventually. And yeah, if you guys want me to make anything on Quant Connect, do you guys want to see any Pine script code like on TradingView? I wouldn't mind doing something like that at all. If you guys would want to see something, maybe I make a free indicator live with you guys. Not live, but I record myself just from scratch making a free indicator. That might be cool. That might be cool. Prometheus Analytics, my business that does trading indicators, we've been doing a lot more free indicators. So I think that'd be very cool for you guys to watch me. Make something open source. Yeah, I think that'd be dope. But yeah, comment below any other ideas you have. The other things that I have in mind are making an indicator live. Just had that idea, pretty cool. Another order flow algorithm in Quant Connect, and just a part 2 to this. Part 2, part 3. I have no idea how many I'll do for this, but yeah. Under 20 minutes, I'm pretty happy with that. Everything will be in the description. Check that all out. Yeah, I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated, learn some Go, program, make weird, fun projects to learn about WebSockets. Catch you guys in the next one.